getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainert. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night at 7 p.m. for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln East. Both the Knights and the Spartans look to bounce back after dropping their season openers in week 1. And you can hear all the action unfold with Jay breaking it down alongside me better than anybody else. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. from Seacrest Field, but pregame starts at 6:40 p.m. It's high school football and Friday Night Lights on 93.7 and the ticket, ticketfm.com.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today. Located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
Old School with DP&J.
They have the run and gun offense coming in, a new head coach that's been given the longest runway of any coach in Wisconsin, new coach in Wisconsin history to change the program to Cincinnati way and a new defensive philosophy. They're ripe for the picking.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is the Happy Hour.
You guys want a happy hour?
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Monday. And boy, oh boy, do we have a full week ahead. This is the Happy Hour. Shout out to Empire Fence and Netting for their support as always. But once again, Nick Sainert, Ray Rico with you guys as usual. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys the entire show today. Rico, hello.
Hello.
That was a special one today, and rightfully so. Rico, we got a packed weekend, man.
This week is going to be wild, not only here at 93.7 The Ticket, but all across Nebraska, all across Lincoln, everywhere in this wonderful state and this city, and this radio station is going to be buzzing with excitement. We've got the captains going out to Southeast Community College tomorrow, so you can catch them out there from 10 to 12:30.
Yep.
Happy Hour's got a 1.5 hour show tomorrow. Yeah. We've got volleyball day in Nebraska on Wednesday. We've got Thursday where Nebraska travels up to Minneapolis. I don't know when they're leaving, but they'll be up in Minneapolis by then.
Probably
hopefully. And we've got a couple people going up there. DP and Vershawn will call in from up there as we do our pregame show from Warhorse Casino from 4:30 to 7. I think 4 to 7 we'll be out there at Warhorse. So we've just got a very busy Carricker, you heard him live 13 minutes ago. He was on here. He's going to be live again on Friday, giving you breakdown of Nebraska's hopeful win against Minnesota. Just a packed week here on 93.7 and in the city, in the state.
We got a good show lined up. We got a couple good shows lined up for you guys the entire week here. We're going to definitely spend a good portion of tomorrow talking about volleyball day in Nebraska. Rico will not be on the show on Wednesday.
I'm headed out early.
He's heading down there to Memorial Stadium early, but then
I get to go to the Coliseum for the first time. I've never been in the Coliseum before, but they've got
You've never been there?
I've never have.
Back when I used to work for like Husker football games, and I just was talking about this a couple weeks ago when I used to sell the pop to the people that would go walk around and sell the pop. So I would sell the pop to the people that sold the pop. So anyway, when you had to do that, you had to check in at the Coliseum. And so that's the only time that I've ever been into the Coliseum.
My wife, shout out
or
to
maybe
Rachel.
I'm thinking of the pavilion. I'm thinking about the Cook Pavilion.
You might be thinking of
not about the Coliseum. I've never been in the Coliseum.
Shout out to Rachel. She has seen multiple games in the Coliseum, and she tells me how wonderful it was and is. And I'll be in there for the first time. They have a fan event, like an Adidas fan event going on there starting at 11:30. So if you go in there, the team, Nebraska, the Huskers will be there at about 12:30, I think is what they said, for about 30 minutes, and then they'll go off and do their own thing. There's gonna be former players, you win swag, all this kind of stuff that's gonna be out there. So I'll make my way out there and take some pictures, mingle with some people.
There you go, just like that. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. You can always reach out to us individually on Twitter, Nick_Sainert, and at Radio Rico AC as well. All right, so this week is going to fly by. There's a lot of good stuff coming up throughout. And then, by the way, I guess one thing you forgot to mention, Rico, and I'm just so annoyed and mad with you that you forgot this. High school football on Friday.
I'm so sorry.
Lincoln Southeast and Lincoln East at 7 p.m. kickoff at Seacrest Field with myself and Jay Foreman. So
you know what else I forgot? And I'm mad at myself now.
Oh, no.
KJ's second birthday is on Wednesday.
Oh, no.
KJ turns 2 on Wednesday. He will be in Memorial Stadium. So anybody that sees little KJ with my family, make sure that you say happy birthday to KJ.
You got to get KJ on the field, man.
I don't think I can.
You got to get KJ where he can take a picture with you on the field.
I will try, but I doubt that
you just
will
meet
be
him
able
up
to
at the
happen.
fence or something.
I'll be like, hey, just let me take a
meet
picture.
you at the fence.
Yeah,
they'd be fine
real quick.
They'd be fine.
I'd be like, John, hold my toddler.
Yeah.
I
know him as a really good volleyball player for what he's older.
So we were watching the game the first game because I wasn't able to go.
Yeah.
But we were watching the first game of the season against Utah State, and Ellie and KJ see Becca Alec on the TV, and Ellie is obsessed with Becca Alec.
Yeah,
because
I remember that
she has hair like me, Dad.
Yes.
So they were just yelling, Becca, I see Becca, and KJ's just repeating what Ellie says. So he's just sitting there, Becca. So
That's
I
awesome.
think they have a favorite player.
Perfect. There you go. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line. Okay, let's dive into this. We do have Steve Marik coming up on the show at 1:30 of Inside Nebraska. just to kind of break down game week as Nebraska gets ready to tangle with Minnesota on Thursday. Now, also on Wednesday, just a little bit of a programming note on the show Wednesday when Rico is not here, we're going to have Ryan Burns of Gophers Illustrated, which is the 24/7 site for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. He'll be on the show on Wednesday at 1:30, and he's also a Heisman Trophy voter. So
ask him who he voted for last year.
Yeah, Ryan Burns will be on the show as well.
They should have came up with a more clever. Gophers Illustrated is boring.
I think it's Gophers Illustrated.
It should be the Gopher Hole.
I should probably double check that it's
like,
Gophers
what is
Illustrated.
it? Kansas State's is Power Cats. That's great.
Yeah, Kansas State's is good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just Gophers Illustrated. Yeah, so
boring.
Either way, yeah, Gopher Illustrated, just one. But anyway, once again, so yeah, Ryan will join us on Wednesday, or join me on Wednesday while Rico's down at Memorial Stadium. Then I'll catch up with Rico later in the afternoon for volleyball day in Nebraska and the Scotty McCreery concert.
Yeah, that's also a thing.
Are you gonna stay?
No.
You're
I think
gonna leave?
I think some of my family's going to stay.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the kids back home.
Gotcha.
Because it's going to be way past their bedtime. And
It-
they are
it will be.
probably going to be very cranky. So we'll see what happens. We're worried how they're going to hold up for the whole day because they want to go to the first match. And I want to cover the first match because, we have Kearney and Wayne State alum in the family. So it's going to be, the kids are going
Yeah.
to be inconsolable as the day goes on.
Yeah. We bring in DP.
Mr. Pearson.
Look. I hate to kill your flow, but I'm about to do a thing, and I was asked a question, and I need full understanding of it.
Oh no!
All right, and this, how much time do we have?
We have plenty. We got
plenty.
time.
Okay,
We got plenty of time.
So today's topic, of course, it's the Black Shirt Day, right?
Yeah,
it is Black Shirt Day.
Right. So, but then the question came to me: one, what is the proper way to throw the bones? Because apparently there is no exact way to throw the bones.
No.
Only things that you do not do, and then there's certain people who are allowed to throw the bones and certain people who are not. But if does that only apply to players on the field, or can fans throw the bones after a Husker touchdown? Can they throw the bones at each other walking down the street? Right? Does it have to be a defensive thing to throw the bones? And then which hand goes over? Which fist goes closer to your heart? Right? And you have to think about it. Right? That
I think it's just like a dominant hand thing because I feel like people just throw it. So I like.
So there's
if
no
you
And I'll
think
say
about it, you
there's
just-
no rule, but it's like after a
See,
sack.
I'm left-handed, so my left arm's going inside. I don't know if you guys. I
See,
don't
this
know.
is what Mark. So Mark and I were having a discussion, and I, to me, like if you tell me to throw the bones, that
Just do it.
right. If
Don't
you
even think
throw
about it,
the
just do it.
bones,
Yeah.
right,
That's Wakanda forever.
right. No,
That's Wakanda.
No,
That's
no,
Wakanda.
No, that's fist.
That's Wakanda.
This, the
I
bones,
feel like it has to be higher.
but shouldn't
I
your
think it's
thumb-
got to be
I think
farther
it's gotta
away
be
from
out.
your
Shouldn't
farther
your,
away.
so it has to be further away.
I think it
farther
has
away
to
from
be
your
out.
body.
It can't be on your chest. It has to be out.
Well, yeah, because that's the worry in me says that I need my thumb next to my heart, bro. I need my fist next to my heart so I can, like that's a power thing.
Yeah.
So there are rules to throwing the bones. We just aren't sure.
and I don't-
Nobody's sure in a land of bone throwers what the rules and
it just
protocols
happens.
are for. Like, I'm an outsider. Help me out.
I also
don't
don't
want to
think
do it wrong.
I don't think you can throw the bones on when Nebraska's on offense.
No,
it's got to be a defense.
Where's that written? Where's that?
Well, it's a
written?
defensive
It's an unwritten
Where's that
rule.
written? It's an
It's like baseball.
It's
so
like baseball.
We've gone fully into the unwritten rules.
Well, I don't think. Well, okay. Who was the first person to throw the bones?
What are the written rules? Where is there a Bible? Is there a black shirt Bible somewhere that I can read?
Honestly, I feel like there is.
Is there?
I feel like I've heard
is
that
there,
before.
Is there a throw them bones Bible that I need, a protocol, like a YouTube video
Maybe
that
there's a
says,
class.
like there should be, like throw the bones 101.
Does Terrell
Like,
need
can
to
we-
throw a
can we
class?
do- no, but it needs to be done
Farley and Foreman.
for people that listen.
Ooh.
If we want to get it right, right? I don't have my glasses on. What?
Jason Peter
No off. What?
was the first one to throw
Jason
the bones.
Okay, so we gotta get in contact with him then.
I believe in '95.
So he's the first to do it.
Yes.
Okay,
Do
so we have to ask.
Do we
him.
have a picture of said bone throw?
The first one?
The very first, like that should be on a
That's gonna
shirt
be a hard
somewhere.
one.
No, but that should be on a shirt. The birth of a legend, like that has to be the one on a shirt. Like you need Jason Peter throwing the first bone on a shirt. Why isn't that done?
So we have some messages.
Okay.
Ginger Beard Man said
Yeah.
Grant Wistrom had the best bone throw.
But he wasn't first.
Henry says we're overthinking it, and you just throw him, and it doesn't matter.
I know, but there are rules, and I don't want to be disrespectful
because
I feel like it does matter.
There's a connection, whether there's a underlying connection that it's tied with defense.
His right hand side, his right hand is inside.
Yep. That it's tied with defense, though.
But he throws it above the head, which is the thing that I was told. No.
Is that dad?
Were
you told not to?
Is it supposed to be out or is it supposed to be up?
I think
up and out.
Up and out.
Up and out.
Up and out.
Above the helmet, or at face level?
I feel like above the helmet is a really excited thing.
He's leaning back.
So does everybody? Do you need to lean back to appropriately throw the bone?
Nah.
Is there a lean required?
Nah, no lean required.
It depends how much you want to.
Because you see the fan. Okay, so I feel like there's a proper.
If you beat I would throw the bone.
And lean back.
Yeah.
If you're
I feel like there's a proper etiquette on the field with the players, but in terms of in the stands for the fans,
lean back? Can we fat Joe to lean?
I don't know.
I have a feeling that there would be some times where that might be appropriate.
I feel like the fans, there's no like proper. I think it's just you just throw it, you feel it in the moment, and you throw it.
So there are no rules for fans. Just throw bones.
You throw bones, yeah,
just random bones.
But for on the field, there's definitely some rules and some etiquette, and especially if an opposing player does. Remember when Drew Ott did it? That was people were upset.
So let me ask: did Tommy Frazier ever throw the bones?
No, he did not. As far as I know, he did not.
Google that. Google Tommy.
I'm like 99% sure it's just defense.
Okay, there's $1 million idea.
While they're playing, just defense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a underlying connection with the defense.
Okay,
because also
can coaches throw the bones?
Yes,
they can.
An offensive coach can throw the bones.
Oh no!
Sorry.
There are too many questions. This is why I have to ask. I have to. It's that curiosity lies in me. So I have to, in order to get it right, I want to be respectful and I want to be knowledgeable. If there are rules and a Bible, if there's a gospel to it, I need to know what those gospels are so that we can go forward. Like I don't want to walk into, I'm 3 days out. Like I need to know what I can do and what I can't do.
Okay, so how about this? Gingerbread Man says the offense did it when they wore the black shirt alternate uniform.
See, so if there's an exception, there is no rule.
Yes.
So then offensive players can do it. You just have to imagine in your head, like, what if I have a black shirt T-shirt on under my offense? Is that allowed? Are offensive players allowed to wear the black shirt T-shirts under their game jersey?
I feel like this is a question for former players.
I'm not sure that we even know the answer.
So Mark has something.
Mark has takes.
Yeah, Mark has information.
Mark has takes.
Well, I have an answer to the first bone throw.
Okay.
And sorry, I couldn't hear you.
There we go.
So you're gonna have to forgive me a little bit as I'm reading across the room here. Jason Peter, is in fact the first one to do it in a game.
Okay.
He got the idea from teammate Matt Hunting, a walk-on linebacker from Cozad, who did it in practice.
Shout out!
Hey, shout to Cozad.
Give that name again.
Matt Hunting.
Matt Hunting.
So Jason Peter saw him do it and says, "What the bleep is that?" And he goes, "The bones." And Jason Peter goes, "Oh, I'm stealing that."
Oh,
so Jason Peter is a thief.
Matt Hunting was happy to give it to him because if Jason Peter didn't steal it, it was going to die on the practice field, never to be seen.
Okay, so do we have? So we need a shirt that says that. Listen, there is a legend.
It's like the
hunting legend. Matt Hunting is a legend.
What's his name? It's like the Michael Scott thing, where it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yes.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
The
Throw the
on-field
bones.
debut.
Jason
The
Peter,
on-field
Matt
debut was against Kansas on October 26th, early in the third quarter, after a sack, I believe. Yeah, after a sack in the third quarter against Kansas.
Wow,
spectacular. So through all of that, and again, we need a shirt. We need a Matt Hunting shirt.
We need Matt Hunting on the station.
Yeah, we need to track.
We need to call him up.
Yeah, we need to track that down. But okay, so gentlemen, thank you. At least I'm more prepared to have an intelligent conversation about it.
I don't think we helped you with that part.
No, you really did. Well, it was there because at least you get information. But we need a picture. Nick, can you do this? You need to find a picture of Matt Hunting.
I found his LinkedIn.
Okay, you need a picture of him as a Husker. No, you need a picture of him. So get a picture now.
Did Matt ever see the field?
He was a walk-on weak side linebacker
Well, they were really good, so he probably played it.
He probably you would think so.
But what you need is a picture of him now, and just post a picture. Do you know who this God is? Who this Nebraska football
this pioneer
God, this pioneer? Do you know who this pioneer is?
Absolute
and
legend.
then you tell the story. Like,
He's
okay,
gonna be so thrown off. He's like, "Why are people
Nick,
talking about
Nick,
me
this-
today?
no, but no,
Why is my picture all over Twitter?"
No, Nick, this is what we need, right? To tell the story. One of you can tell you. Today we talk about a legend.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Right?
invite.
Right?
Yeah, Rico's good at this because he's got the good
We got a
voiceover
legend.
voice.
We got a legend.
Today we talk about a legend who threw the bones. For
No,
the
but
first
don't.
time.
No, but don't.
It's not don't do that. It's not the pro big red voice.
No. Don't do that in the open. We're gonna marinate this thing and let them think about it. This is one of the greatest.
Today we talk
This is
about a
one
legend.
of the most important members of Nebraska football history.
What if I told you?
Yes,
the ESPN
right,
30 for 30.
right?
If these walls could talk.
and then you give the date. Let's go back into one of the greatest moments in
What was it?
Nebraska
1995,
October 20th.
October 20th, against and whoever they're playing. Poor victims. Little did they know they were a part of history. They were the inspiration for the uniting Husker Nation.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. We need like a 3-minute video, and then at the end of it, you show Jason Peters throwing it, and then you fade, and then you go,
fade,
and you
and
go,
it's just mad hunting.
No, we love Jason Peters, but the pioneer behind all of it, Matt Hunt.
What if I told you the man who started a tradition wasn't the man who started the tradition?
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Great moments in Nebraska football history. There's
gonna be a documentary.
Yeah, but we need like a 3-minute video that we
The
put out.
practice footage has to be around somewhere too.
Yeah. So
Boneyard Bible.
Yeah, right? But that's the next thing, right?
That's the name of it.
No. We're gonna have character. We're gonna have all the black shirts speak on the look. You need the top 10 commandments of bone.
Yeah.
Right. We need.
So
and
it's
you have
95. So he was
right?
doing it in practice in 95.
Got there in 94, left in 96.
We need
So
a black
should we-
shirt Bible.
Should we ask some of the other defensive players
Yeah,
that were there in
black shirt
95
Bible.
if they remember?
But black shirt Bible, it should be a thing, right?
Mhm.
And have each black shirt at least it add some commandment.
Yeah.
Something to it, right?
Oh, he played in 5 games.
You know.
There.
Matt Hunting.
But did he get a
Yeah,
tackle or a sack?
this is it.
Because he definitely threw it after he did.
Foreman.
He's copying Jason Peter.
Foreman
What do they do?
4456. Thou shalt never offensively throw the bones.
Yeah.
Like this has to be a thing. So both of these have.
Yep.
So now I'm giving you extra work. So there.
All right, cool. There we
'Cause
go.
You didn't have enough to do today. Anyway.
Let's go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with more happy hour coming up next.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainer and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Coppell. Summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We've got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that drive to Coppell. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. And how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership, sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night at 7 p.m. for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln East. Both the Knights and the Spartans look to bounce back after dropping their season openers in week 1. And you can hear all the action unfold with Jay breaking it down alongside me better than anybody else. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. from Seacrest Field, but pregame starts at 6:40 p.m. It's high school football and Friday Night Lights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see a showers and storms. Otherwise, probably sunny skies. We'll see an afternoon high temperature of around 88. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. They will around 2. Tomorrow, we'll see a lot more sunshine and seasonal high temperatures. An afternoon high around 87. Meteorologist Kyle Puck from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainer.
I don't believe you people.
Enrique Alvarez Clary.
What do you need? You
What do you mean, you people? Huh?
Sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the happy hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Rico joining you guys as usual. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line are both open for you guys the entire show today, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951 as well. All right, now let's go ahead and head to the Allo VIP line. Once again, the Allo VIP line brought to you by Allo Fiber, where we understand the importance of exceptional service with local heart. And we're joined by our good friend, Steve Marik, inside Nebraska, the rival site for the Huskers. Steve, good afternoon. Are the Cubs going to win 90 games?
What is happening?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
I mean, that's not even a real question. I mean, we just took care of the dumb Pittsburgh Pirates. Now we got to take care of the even worse Milwaukee Brewers. But yeah, once we get that done, it's off to a 90-win season.
Well, see, that's what I was thinking.
The Pittsburgh who? The Pirates?
The Pittsburgh Pirates. Sorry, I must have not spoken.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Don't let Rico get to you. He's just a lousy Yankees fan right now. What I was going to say,
apart by Brandon Lowe and the freaking
Loud.
Ray. I don't care. I don't respect it.
Anyway,
the last place team versus a team in contention. I hate him.
Steve. I mean, let's look at this. I mean, they got 69 wins and there's 32 games left. I mean, there's definitely an opportunity for like 85 wins here.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. They're playing some good baseball. It's a really fun team. But man, I just, I'm right there with you, Nick, but this 3-game series with Milwaukee coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm just going to be on pins and needles during that one. It's kind of during a crazy week right here with my job, obviously, but I'll be keeping an eye on that box score for sure.
Are you making the trip up to Minneapolis this week?
Yes. So Zach, my boss, and Jansen, our
nice.
Video guy, are leaving Wednesday up to Minneapolis. We are making the trek by vehicle, so we will drive up there and go watch some Husker football.
All right. So speaking of pins and needles, I mean, I think Husker fans are going to be on quite a few of them the entire week.
I was going to see if he was going to, instead of coming back to Nebraska, head over to Cincinnati to check out the Reds and the Cubs play on the 1st.
Man, I did not think about that, but that's going to be an easy answer for me. No, I will not be doing that. But I got duty calls back at home. But
that's right.
Not a bad idea, Rico.
How is being a dad?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, she's little Shay's about she's 6 months old now, so it's really fun. She's awesome. Like I told you guys before, I wake up in the morning and the first thing I want to do is go up to her crib and watch her sleep and watch her wake up with her. So it's good stuff.
All right. Well, we ask only hard-hitting questions here on the happy hour.
I was going to say, what are the Husker football questions?
Yeah. Should we talk Husker football?
We're not talking football.
Might as well, guys. Might as well.
We're not going to talk football. We're not going to talk black shirts. No single digits. None of that.
That's all the time we have for today, actually.
Well, yeah.
So, okay. Once again, Steve Marik of Inside Nebraska joining us ahead of Minnesota. Okay. So, depth chart got released, last Friday, and we haven't talked to you since, obviously. I think one of the things that I really gravitated towards was the running back room. And that Gabe Ervin's number one, right? And we knew that, I guess, but when you think about just Nebraska's history over the last few years of their running back room as a whole, whether it's Divine Ozigbo starting as the 3rd string, whether it's Ramir Johnson starting as the 5th string, whether it's just go down the list, Greg Bell transferring, like, although it's previous coaching staffs, it's been like, I think Husker fans are starving for a coaching staff just to get the running back room right.
Yeah, they have the running back room right and the offensive line room right, but those two go hand in hand in my opinion. But yeah, with Gabe Ervin, I mean, that wasn't a huge surprise, I guess, because Matt Rule just has been so high on Gabe Ervin, calling him the battering ram, what he hopes to be in the 4th quarter this season. But I mean, man, when you look at Gabe this offseason, what he's done to his body, 6 foot, 225 pounds. I mean, there's not a bad pound on Gabe Ervin's body. I mean, it's just physical. It's really impressive what he's been able to do, but it's good to hear that he's kind of grabbed that starting position from everybody else on the roster. And we know Ramir Johnson can maybe be that guy, but I think he's kind of suited more for a third down back, somebody who can go out and run some routes, pick up a blitz on third down, things like that. And then Anthony Grant, I mean, I'll continue to say it. I know Matt Rule has been kind of critical of his ball handling skills, just, putting the ball on the turf a little bit too much towards the end of fall camp. And that's maybe a reason why he's listed at number 3 at running back. But I still think Anthony Grant is going to play a lot. I think Ramir is going to play a lot. And I trust these coaches when they say that they want to use all the able bodies in their running back room. Now, I'm not sure yet on Emmett Johnson. I know he's a young player, but I think he's going to get some opportunities as a returner in the kick return game, maybe. So that's really good for him. But yeah, I mean, with Gabe Ervin, it's really important for him, I think, to maybe just take that job and run with it now. Now he's finally healthy. It's his third year going here. The knee is completely healthy. The turf toe is gone. Now is the time for Gabe Ervin to kind of take that job and keep it, I guess.
Steve, I guess this is just kind of a general question, because I kind of want to see where your head's at on this. How dynamic do you expect this offense to be when you take into account the depth at like the wide receiver position, and if the hypothetical scenario of Jeff Sims getting banged up throughout the year? I mean, how dynamic can this offense be?
I think it's going to take some time, honestly, Nick. I mean, and a lot of that has to do with just kind of the experiences that we've had with the offensive line. Now, it hasn't been great running the ball, and it hasn't been great protecting the passer. The offensive line has in the past. Now, are we expecting it to take steps forward this season? I mean, me personally, I would like to see it first to believe it before I'm going to predict kind of a dynamic offense with Marcus Satterfield in his first year. And then you look at the receiver group right now. I mean, you got a former walk-on that's going to be playing a lot now on scholarship, in Alex Bullock. Marcus Washington is coming off an injury. Who knows what he's going to look like? Isaiah Garcia Castaneda quit the team last year after 4 games, but then came back and seemed to be doing everything correctly. And then behind him, you got another walk-on right now, Ty Hahn. So, when you look at the receiver group, somebody needs to step up. I mean, it's not a very good-looking receiver room right now. It's not very scary, honestly. So if you're Minnesota, if you're Joe Rossi, that excellent defensive coordinator up there in Minneapolis, you're kind of drooling right now because you want a shot at this offense. And if I'm Joe Rossi, I think Minnesota's defense is kind of looking at Nebraska's offense like, hey, we can do this. We can hold these guys to a touchdown, maybe 2 in this game, and get out of there with a season-opening win. So I don't see right now, when I'm looking at Nebraska's offense, I don't see it being dynamic right away. And, it's just going to take time for a lot of offenses in college football, I think, just because it takes so much time with the passing concepts and getting the run game down. So much of that is timing based. And the only way to improve on that is to get some real live game reps under your belt. So, I don't know, Nick, right now you asked me, is it going to look dynamic? I don't think it's going to look dynamic for a while. And honestly, that just goes with the offensive line and them needing to take a step forward in run blocking and pass protection. And then the wide receiver room, I don't know who's going to emerge out of there. So somebody needs to. And right now it's Monday. They start the season on Thursday. It's just kind of a bad thing when you look at the receiver room and you don't really see somebody that jumps off the page at you.
Yeah. We're speaking with Steve Marik of Inside Nebraska. And Steve, switching sides of the ball, on the defensive side, the big news of the day is the black shirts got handed out. The more questionable news of the day is that Nick Henrich, one of the supposed starting linebackers according to the depth chart, and one of the 3 linebackers who got a single-digit number, was missing from the black shirt photo. Is this something that we should be concerned about, or is that just maybe they didn't hand it out to, maybe he's actually a backup and they didn't hand it out to backups?
Yeah, so that's a good question, Rico. On the surface, when I look at that, I do think to myself, well, did something happen at practice? Did something happen at the scrimmage? And maybe they're trying to keep something under wraps. So maybe that would be maybe Nick getting banged up and we just don't know it yet. That's something that we might try to confirm today when Tony White, the defensive coordinator, takes the podium for media availability. I'm sure he's going to deflect and not really answer anything about Nick, but we might have to wait till we talk to Rule next. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunately where my mind first goes with Nick Henrich is he's not out there. He seemed to be running with the first team offense. The Tony White, Rob Dvoracek, the coaches have spoken very, very positively about Nick and how he's recovered from his season-ending knee injury last October at Purdue. So everything seemed to be going right with Nick, and then that picture comes out and he's not in there. So obviously I'm not confirming anything right now, but my mind did go to maybe he is banged up, and that would lead to the next question of is he going to be ready for Minnesota? If he's not, that puts a lot of pressure on John Bullock, obviously, making his first start of his career and first real time on defense, and also Javen Wright, who was in the two deep at linebacker too. Kind of a interesting career with Javen Wright, but always been an intriguing athlete. But yeah, with Nick, unfortunately, that's where my mind first went with is, he's banged up and we just don't know it yet.
Steve, I'm going to go to a guy that I want to talk about, a guy that I'm actually a pretty big fan of, and he's had a weird and interesting kind of under the radar career in Nebraska, and he just got a single digit on Sunday, or it was announced on Sunday. And that's Deshaun Singleton. I mean, Deshaun's a guy that's, taking advantage of Marquise Buford's absence, and has really, obviously, as we see on the depth chart here, he's going to be starting on Thursday against the Gophers.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Deshaun because he's one of my most interesting players on defense right now. Deshaun, I wrote a story for Inside Nebraska about him a few days ago, and I told the story about when it was in spring ball of 2022. So last year, back when the old staff was still at Nebraska, and Travis Fisher was up in the press box meeting with the media, and we were all asking about his guys in his room, and then somebody asked about Deshaun Singleton, who at that time had come over from Hutchinson Community College, and everybody was just trying to figure out who this kid was. And I always remember Travis Fisher's quote. I can recite it in my sleep. It's, he's got size and I can't coach that. And he can move and I can't coach that either. So right then and there, I thought that raised my eyes. And then I look up Deshaun Singleton, everything about him, 6'3", 205. Again, he's big, like Travis Fisher said. He can run. He's not slow. And just his ascension in Nebraska's defensive backfield, I think being in the 3-3-5 can really help somebody, an athlete, a big athlete with size like Deshaun Singleton, kind of run around and play confidently. I think Deshaun Singleton is, along with Luke Reimer, are two players that I think can really use this transition to a 3-3-5 defense and just take off. I'm really excited to see what Deshaun Singleton can do in this game, especially against an offense like Minnesota, who we know is going to want to try to run the football down Nebraska's throat. I think having a big body like Deshaun's out there is going to help in run support too. And he can cover a little bit. So I'm excited to see Deshaun Singleton. I'm glad he got that single digit and black shirt.
We're speaking to Steve Marik of Inside Nebraska. Steve, last one before we go ahead and let you go for the week. I guess overall, how do you see it going on Thursday? Nebraska's facing a quarterback from Minnesota, and Ethan Kaliak-Manis, who they saw in the second half last year. No Muhammad Ibrahim. You mentioned how good Joe Rossi's defense is. They finished fourth in the country in scoring defense in 2022. They averaged just around 13 points allowed per game. How do you see Nebraska's efforts going on Thursday in Minneapolis?
Yeah, so if I'm being honest, guys, I think this is going to be a low-scoring, kind of a gritty game, maybe tough to watch if you're a fan sitting at home. I don't think it's going to be a lot of points. I don't think it's going to be exciting offense. I think this is a game that Minnesota eventually grinds out to a win. Now, I think, when people talk about Big Ten quarterbacks and Ethan Kaliak-Manis gets brought up, I don't think he gets enough credit, honestly. I really like Ethan's kind of ceiling at 6'4", 215 pounds. He brings more of a run element than the previous year's starter, Tanner Morgan, did. So that's going to be interesting to see how the Minnesota coaching staff really kind of goes about using Ethan. But they're not just going to abandon that stretch outside zone run game that Minnesota has been known for the past 7 years with PJ Fleck. They're losing their entire interior offensive line. They lose their first team All Big Ten center in John Michael Schmidt. They lose both their starting guards, but they bring back both tackles. So it's not completely lost or going to be a new offensive line at Minnesota. So that's good if you're a Gopher fan. But also, everybody likes to talk about Muhammad Ibrahim, and I'm not taking anything away from Muhammad. He's absolutely incredible. He was an incredible running back for them. But I think that Minnesota is just going to retool and go again at the running back position. They bring in Sean Tyler, who's not your prototypical big Minnesota running back. He's 5'9", 190 pounds, but he's really fast. He's a transfer from PJ Fleck's old program in Western Michigan. But they also bring back Bryce Williams, who's a 6-year guy, 6 foot, 210 pounds. He's a really strong physical running back. So I think Minnesota is going to be just fine at running back. And I think they're going to continue to do what they've done the past 7 years at Minnesota, which is run the football and play strong defense. Now I know they lose some players on that defensive side of the ball, but again, they're a program. They have an identity, and that's what PJ Fleck, for as much as Husker fans around here like to poke fun at him, he's had the last laugh. He's won the last 4 games, 5 of that last 6. I think PJ Fleck has built Minnesota into a strong Big Ten program who has an identity, and when you have an identity, it just helps you retool and bring in new guys each year and kind of do well. So I think Minnesota kind of grinds out a win over Nebraska in week 0, and then Nebraska heads to Boulder, against that Deion Sanders and Colorado team 0-1.
Yeah, well, and not to mention Minnesota, while they are replacing, a couple pieces, they return a 6th-year tight end in Brevin Spanford, who I think is potentially the best tight end in the conference.
That's a big dude.
And then a 7th-year guy in Chris Ottman-Bell on the perimeter.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned Brevin Spanford because I'm currently working on a Minnesota preview. It's going to go Wednesday morning, and I've been having fun going back on YouTube and getting out some clips of Brevin Spanford as a run blocker because at 6'7", 270 pounds. I mean, he's an offensive tackle running around and catching passes at tight end. So Minnesota's got some weapons, and I think maybe some people who like to say that they lost a lot of production. I don't know how they're going to be. I think they're going to be in for something else on Thursday night, unfortunately, for Husker fans.
Well, Steve, since you picked Minnesota when Nebraska wins and the $5 Bits of Brook and Chair trophy comes back to our station, you are not allowed to hold it.
Hey, that's a pretty cool thing you got going on there. But yes, I will stay away from the whatever it's called trophy.
Perfect. All right. Thank you, Steve. We appreciate the time as always, man. Sorry we kept you a couple minutes too long here, but we appreciate the time and as always, and we'll talk to you next Monday.
Yeah, no problem, guys. Thanks for having me. We'll see you.
That is Steve Mark, dad, Cubs fan, and writer for Inside Nebraska, the Rivals Network for the Huskers.
How they let Cubs fans be dads.
So, yeah, hey, tell me about it. Hey, you're talking about an 85-win ball club.
Yeah,
right
whatever.
Anyway, let's take a break. When we come back, it's Weekend Picks Recap. How do you think you did, Rico?
I don't know, actually. Like, for a second, I was like, oh, I think I'm doing pretty good. And then I looked at a couple of them, and I'm trying to remember who I picked, and I was like, I think I might have gone a game or two under 500.
Okay, interesting. Just a game or two. Okay.
The way you're saying that makes me not excited for this.
Let's bring in Austin and Strick. We'll talk about it, give our recap on how me, Rico, and Austin did on our weekend picks. We'll do all that coming up next as we get ready for On the Block with Strick and Austin. But this is the happy hour. Stick around, 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We've got some universally big news for Nebraska 5 fans. The price for matching 4 of 5 numbers has risen from $450 to $500. Visit your favorite Nebraska lottery retailer today. Pick 5 numbers between 1 and 40 or ask for a Nebraska 5 quick pick. Match 4 numbers and you could win $500. Each play only costs $1, and there are drawings 7 days a week. It's just another way our game is getting better all the time. Nebraska Pick 5 top 1 in 658,000.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. High school football is back, and here are your Week 0 results. Norris was able to take down Blair 42-21 after trailing by 7. Norris scored 23 unanswered points to win, and Lincoln Pius X opened the 2023 football season with a 42-14 win over Lincoln Northwest. This is year 2 for Lincoln Northwest program after last season was canceled after only 3 games. Switching to girls golf, the Lincoln Southwest Girls took a win at the Beatrice Invitational on a shortened 9-hole course due to heat. The Silverhawks had a team score of 164 strokes to win the Class A portion by 24 strokes ahead of Papillion La Vista. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu. with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area. It includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bond GF Master Certified installers and an insurance preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all resident, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Jim Foreman here. Join us on Thursday, August 31st for our pregame show for Nebraska against Minnesota, the Warhorse Casino in Southwest Lincoln. We'll go from 4 p.m. to kickoff at 7 p.m. with the whole ticket crew. Make sure to drop by and see us at the Warhorse Casino.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at les.com/value.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. Professional knowledge, proactive service, we call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Lane's Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the at Haymarket Park for Fireworks Fridays, souvenirs, Sunday family days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing, the whole family will unleash the fun at the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert.
Even before you start, that was a preemptive shh.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
I already had someone created in my image. He's evil, he wants to take over the world, and he fits easily into most overhead storage bins.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick, Rico, Strick, Austin, all joining you as we get ready to recap the weekend picks for Week 0. Gentlemen, hello.
Hello.
How was Dallas, Stricky?
It was great.
How you doing, Tricky Stricky?
What's up?
Tricky Nicky.
No, I'm great, man. It was it's always a good decompression to get around good friends, and it's kind of funny. I was just talking to
Wait, are you saying that we're not good friends?
That every day at 1:50 p.m.
Apparently
We're
not.
just acquaintances. We're coworkers. Strictly business.
Workplace associates.
I have a great association.
Strick got mad when he saw me outside of work a couple days ago. He goes, "What are you doing here?
That I'm not supposed to see you?
You're not supposed to be hanging out with me."
No, it is. I mean, it's kind of funny because like some of my friends, like I was talking to a couple people and they were like, I hardly see Rod anymore. I haven't seen him in a while. And Rod's a guy that I know. And and then Rod says, yeah, Strick, I only really get out and about when you're in town. So that's kind of cool.
Would you guys like to have the name Rod?
I don't feel like I would be a Rod.
Pause.
I don't feel like I'd be a Rod either.
I don't think I could be a Rod either.
Anyway,
there's
Is
a Rod.
Roddy any different than Rod?
Rodney?
Roddy.
Rodney.
Roddy White.
No, Roddy.
Roddy White.
Yeah.
Wow.
Roddy Rich.
Madden NFL 2005.
Roddy White was unstoppable.
Roddy White was unbelievable.
The Atlanta Falcons.
I think I might have to invest in the new Madden this year.
Hey, yeah. I've been trying to get Rico to buy it. Terrell bought it. Now you. Well, Rico and I want to do this like streaming thing. We talk about it so often.
So I brought it up like last year to him, and he goes, I don't know. And now, like, this dude has asked me every single day. And he goes, dude, we need to get this thing.
I haven't asked.
We need to get this thing going. Like, we have to. I'm like, dude, what is going on right now?
Where
Like,
we
Nick
play
is super.
we play every game and we stream it.
Nick is like super into
we
like
play each
us
other.
streaming now.
Are you going to stream from like 11 to 3 a.m.?
Absolutely. Not probably not
Or 11
3
p.m. to 3 a.m.
Maybe like it'll probably be like 10 p.m. till midnight.
Should we get official after dark?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy hour after dark.
I mean, it'd be perfect.
Hello, channel 952.
I don't know.
Not 951, 952.
Careful now. We gotta be careful now.
Anyway, all right, ready to get to weekend picks, gentlemen?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's do it.
I guess we'll find out what the results are and how bad I did.
All right. So once again, just to run through the games that we picked. Anyway, games that we picked: Navy, Notre Dame, Navy. Notre Dame was a 20.5-point favorite at the time. UTEP and Jacksonville State. UTEP was a 1-point favorite. New Mexico State and UMass. New Mexico State was a 7-point favorite. San Diego State and Ohio. SDSU was 2.5-point favorites. Hawaii at Vanderbilt and San Jose State at number 6 USC. And then I also forgot this one because I didn't scroll down. Florida International at Louisiana Tech. All right. Now, Rico, you went 2-7.
Golly, what in the world?
Do not bet on Rico.
Do not. Rico
We picked
went,
like the same
Rico
teams.
went 2-7. Rico
We like agreed on everything, didn't we?
His two that he got correct were Notre Dame.
And USC.
No, I got that one wrong.
Notre Dame and San Diego State.
Tex, baby.
You chose Louisiana Tech, and you super locked Louisiana Tech against Florida International.
I did.
You chose USC, and you took the over on his Caleb Williams 4.5 touchdowns.
I wanted to take the under so bad.
You took Vanderbilt.
Yep. I took Jacksonville State though.
No, you did not. We all.
Yes, I
No, you would have taken Jacksonville if Logan started. But he's not started.
Thank
Took
you.
FIU.
See, look at this. Thank you, Austin. I
Wow.
write it down. I write it down.
Doesn't matter if you write it down. You've messed up before.
I write it down as soon as you say it.
You've messed it up before.
And then you chose New Mexico. We all chose New Mexico
We did.
State.
They wore ponchos.
Yeah. And then we all three chose UTEP.
They wore ponchos. How did they lose?
I went 6-3.
Good start.
Right. I went 6-3.
Ridiculous.
Notre Dame was my super lock.
Yep.
Oh,
Notre Dame was a super lock. I chose San Diego State. I chose San Jose State to cover, and I took the under on Caleb Williams touchdowns.
Yeah, whatever.
Right. And then Austin goes 3-6 this weekend.
Not last.
Not last. Because Rico is garbage.
Golly, man. Hey.
So there you go.
Rough start, but we can come back.
So now we will pick week 1 games coming up this week on probably
Wednesday?
Thursday.
Ooh,
Probably
okay.
Thursday because we'll put the Nebraska game.
You're right. You're right.
So probably Thursday. And don't forget, we will pick the farthest apart spreads as possible.
The gross spreads that nobody wants to touch.
We can just do a highlight here.
Yeah, we're We're not gonna take the. We're not gonna choose a game that
We're not
everybody's
doing
gonna
top
watch.
5 games.
No,
No,
we're not
no,
gonna do that. No, we're
no.
choosing games where it's like Alabama and Georgia State. Like we're doing games like that.
So the one, the one
No,
to
you're
do,
not out.
The perfect one is
Give me a gross spread. I love gross spreads.
Oregon and Portland State.
Oh heck yeah! What's the spread?
47 and a half.
hey, you know what? I'm gonna call it now. Bo Nix, baby.
Super lock Oregon.
Bo Nix,
Anyway,
baby.
we got that one. We have Notre Dame and
Former
Tennessee
Nebraska
State.
receiver plays for Portland State.
Notre Dame and Tennessee State.
I can't remember his name. Chase, I think.
Oh yeah, Andre Hunt, by the way, caught a touchdown for Jackson State, not Jacksonville
Post
State.
Dion.
Post Dion, yeah. TC Taylor now the new head man in charge for Jackson State. So
they were giving whoever they were playing the business.
They got $1 million donation too.
Yeah.
Puffy Dog.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if they call him Puff. I don't know what they call him now.
Careful now.
P. Diddy, Puff,
Jelly
Love. I don't know. Diddy Love.
Whatever. Careful.
Whatever.
He'll come after you.
I mean, no, I'm just saying. I don't know what. I
P.
can't
Diddy,
remember
Puff Daddy. I don't know.
what they call him these days. But yeah, he donated $1 million. Looks like.
Dang,
to the
how about
program.
that? All right, so gentlemen, that's the weekend picks recap. We'll do that again on Thursday. Yeah, we got a busy day. We got a busy week, right? Volleyball day in Nebraska on Wednesday. Nebraska football pregame show, the Ticket Tailgate pregame show on Thursday. We'll be live from the Warhorse Casino from 4 to 7 p.m.
Out at the Neener.
Yep. So there you go. What's coming up on the show today, gentlemen?
Confidence levels, scale of 1 to 10. I tweeted it out at Austin_Orman. So go check that out. We're going to go through just a bunch of different questions on a scale of 1 to 10. How confident are you, in the team mentioned or the outcome mentioned? College football seg 1, Husker football versus Minnesota seg 2. Levels. Recruiting update with Brian Munson of Husker Online, and Matthew Stafford having issues connecting with his younger teammates. I want to get Strick's opinion on that from having been in a professional locker room for 9 years. Is that true? Does it go both ways?
All right, there you go. Good stuff as always. Well, thanks to Steve Marik of Inside Nebraska for stopping by and hanging out with us at 1:30. If you missed any of the show, check it out at theticketfm.com. Once again, we'll talk Husker volleyball tomorrow. Wednesday, we're joined by Ryan Burns of 24/7 Sports out in Minneapolis. All that and more coming up later this week. But for now, it's On the Block coming up next. Stick around. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Adios.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Perry Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family, fun with friends, freedom, free Yeti cooler, free driveway